Thank you. You can leave if you're not a super fan. Bye. Can everyone hear me okay? Everyone hear me okay? Yeah? Can everyone rock out okay? Is everyone rocking it out on this? Okay. Just wanted to have a quick chat about yesterday's show. What a great show yesterday. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Thank you to the YouTube gods for providing us with that beautiful introductory music. Say thank you to the YouTube algorithm. Let YouTube know you care about them, and make sure you hit that like button. Say, I love the YouTube algorithm. Hit that like button and say, I love that YouTube algorithm. Go ahead. Go ahead. Neil says very rockable. It is like it. It's like off like a mainstream pop song. It sounds like a Kesha song, but then they just legally it's not Kesha, but it's there. You know what I'm saying? And it's there for us, and that's great. Let the YouTube algorithm know. Hit that like button. Bardzek says sounding good. Thanks, baby. Appreciate it. Ayush Sharma says super fan show today. Thanks, Ayush. What up? What up? Jacole B. Napier says hello, congregation. Barak the Alchemist says what a sick name, dude. I mean, you already got a sick name, then you added the Alchemist on it. That's pretty sexy, dude. I like that. I like people like that coming into the congregation. Bolt. Bolt is also a very sexy name. This name, Bolt, is like some people are bold, and that's fine. But you took it a step further. You said, I'm Bolt. So you rip, right, Bolt? Superfan checking in. Of course, that's how Bolt. He's bolting in here. Young Tuna says, whoa. Leah says, hi, Amish. Young Tuna again. Dismas, sexy music. Thank you. Oh, and Little God is great. Okay. Imagine I just leave this comment up the whole time. That's rude. I should leave one of your comments up. Hello. Bolt, the T is for testosterone. Bing, bang. There you go. See, that's how we do here. The congregation, it just comes in with the next rip. Just comes right in with the next rip. Lots to talk about today, though. What a great episode last night. It was so sweet. It was so like... And I did want to apologize for last night's episode, too, because it was a live stream. 2 ex-cult members, which, honestly... I think that's a market that we got to focus on, maybe. It was beautiful. I feel like I did God's work last night. And the comments. Oh. We will read the comments. We will read all the praises for this community. We will read them all. But yeah, no, it was great. She was so encouraging, the first person. And when you talk to people like that, and they're just, and she's still texting me, by the way. She's still texting me stuff. She might come in here. Like, she's been texting me like, hey, like, hey, it was a great episode. Like, our Kevin, you're so much fun, and it was so cute that these girls were trying to convert you when you were young. That was a good in for me. That was a good in. No, true story, man. When I was like 12, 15, at peak horniness, they were sending these sexy young hitters to be like, hey, do you want to hang out? You want to come to? We're all gonna hang out on Sunday. You want to come hang out? You want to come hang out? And I've told you guys this before. I know so many people that they start hooking up with some like church. Listen, if guys that are single, I know you're looking in the club, but if you want to get laid, church might be it. Like the temple might be it. I was watching a Kevin Samuels video, and he was saying that the pastor, he was at church, of course, he goes to church, but he's saying that the pastor is like, put your hand up if you're a single man. And like 10 people put their hand up. And now, ladies, if you're single, put your hands up. 200 hands go up. And he's like, this is it. This is on you, gentlemen. This is on you. Who put your hand up? No, those men, put your hand up again. Put your hand up. Look at them. Look at them. This is your fault. Ladies, hands up again. 200 hands. They're like giggling. They're all losers. They tried. No, probably didn't even try. Honestly, that's probably what the Kevin Samuels program is. Because Kevin Samuels, he's someone that we talk about. And I have a great clip of him. He actually insulted the Buddha. So we're going to get to that clip later today. That one clip I do want to do today because he insulted the Buddha. I was very offended. I was like, excuse me. What are these attacks? Interreligious attacks. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to get people out of cults. We want to raise cult awareness. Fine, fair enough. But if you're one of the official 5, if you're one of the official 10, I don't agree with this fighting amongst each other. And these guys do this and this. And Kevin Samuels, the way he came in on the thing, on the rip, he says like, oh, you believe in Buddha? Oh, yeah, you saying Buddha, bitch. Like he said Buddha, bitch at one point. Excuse me. This is a community. You know, I remember when I was a kid, I heard about this interfaith council, and I was like, you know, I should be on that council. That's good that they made a council, interfaith council. You get someone from each religion, and they go, yeah, of course, every couple of months they have a meeting. They say what's happening in the culture, what's happening in the community, and they have a little talk, and that's fine. From the yesterday show, the comments are so sweet too. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I just want to hear your praise. Sometimes I just want to hear the praise from the community. That's all I need. Even our boys in India, our people in India, our Delhi production team they saw yesterday's clip and they said that's a big hitting clip. That's a big hitting clip. So let's go to the comments and let's make sure that we honor those comments. We must honor them. We must honor them. Hold up. Let's go. Chrome tab, cult rehab. Here we go. You see that? You see how much? I mean, she's already we pinned Natalie's comment. Natalie Grand was our first guest yesterday. By the way, we're going to talk about Vishal too. Vishal was our the ex-Scientologist Hindu, the Hindu Scientologist, but he's an ex-Scientologist. We'll talk about him in a second too. But yeah, Natalie, author of Cult Girls, by the way, if you haven't picked yours up, make sure you get it. I tried to get mine live on the show yesterday, but it asked for my password, and then I was like, I'm going to get it. That was honestly, Amazon, of all the times that you could be like, oh, put in a new password. It's like, I'm in the show, dude. Like, really? I got to make a new password every time I log into Amazon. Guys, take my money. Hello? Just take it and send the book. I got to reset the password. But make sure y'all check out her book. Buy her book. It's Cult Girls. Looks sick. I can't wait to get it. It's coming in the mail. It'll come. Look, it's right here. And I think if you use that link, we even get, maybe there's like, we're on Amazon affiliate program. So we got to hook up too. So God is great. We're doing all things naturally and with the grace of God. Not with the grace of God, but like naturally, like genuinely. You know what I'm saying? This is just such a fun episode. And she was even saying like, it was so fun. It was so genuine, stuff like that. Okay, Donnie the Ape says, great content. Donnie the Ape, good name, first of all. I like that. Great content. Jehovah's Witness organization just told all their nurses and doctors they don't have many doctors because of the org discourages higher education. Interesting. But nurses and docs now get disfellowshipped if they hang blood for their patients. You don't want any Jehovah's being in your hospital room. If you get into a car accident or have any disease, the cult is becoming stricter as time goes by. This is people lobbying the nursing associations right now. There is people lobbying the nursing associations right now because to graduate, you have to agree to a nurse oath, and this violates it. It is very serious what the JW leaders are doing to society now. Thank you, Donnie the Ape. We really appreciate it. We appreciate your comments. We appreciate all the comments. As you can see, I've already hearted it. No, they're all beautiful like this. This is very positive. This positive, I mean, it's actually really sad. But, you know, I didn't know that, and I didn't know they're getting away with that. So this is great. So thank you for that. Thank you for letting us know. I mean, I think, honestly, Cult Rehab might be a weekly. That's what I'm thinking. And that's why I wanted to have a super fan show today, just to be like, yo, should we go weekly on this? I mean, look at the fanfare. Rose Lindsay says, I was a JW too. Jehovah's Witnesses disfellowship, Jehovah's Witnesses disfellowship children too. Children should be focusing on school and can't deal with the emotional traumatic experience. Their brains are not fully formed. Many commit suicide. Oh, Rose. You know, I really didn't think that these would be so sad, actually, coming into the episode. I thought they'd be kind of... I just saw... Like, I didn't read them. I just saw the first thing, and I was like, read it on the show. I do this a lot. Even if I'm talking to someone and we're going to be on a podcast, I'm like, save for the podcast. I always do that. So I started reading it, and then I was like, save for the podcast. But, okay, well, those two were sad, but that's fine. We're going to... There's more. Don't worry. Let's see what we got here. We got JW Nurse, love the stream. JW Nurse, the stream loves you. Natalie's a badass, of course. Tucker Salazar, thank you for this episode. With change comes awareness. With awareness comes voices. You rock, sir, for putting this special episode on. Tucker, I feel your love. I accept your love. I send you love. Wow. Yo, I was in a clubhouse, like a loving kindness clubhouse, and the teachings of this guy were so powerful that every time someone said something on stage, another loving kindness coach would be like, hi, I just want to take a moment to honor what you said. And then so it was beautifully spoken. And then the other person, actually, this is in the teachings. I feel like a lot of people teach us. The other person says, I receive your gratitude. I feel it. And I thank you for it. And that's so good, man. Honestly, that's good. We're too cynical. We need to do stuff like that. We need loving kindness. Well, then everyone's going to the cults. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Juarez says, I'm posting this in some XJW Facebook groups. Thanks for the content. Daniel. Oh my goodness. God is great, Daniel. The fact that you would help out the congregation like this and post in Facebook group, this is what we need, people. Look at this. Daniel, first time he's volunteering. That's great. Goomer Zambrano. Steven needed you in the debates so you can tell the guys they look like trolls. Thank you, Goomer. Appreciate that comment. Eva Brown. Yes, I went into Buddhism after leaving JW Cult. Yeah. Well, this is the thing, right? They're all jacking Buddha's teachings. And not only the J-dubs. I'm talking about Nityananda. We got to do a Nityananda reaction clip too. Nityananda, it's all like old Buddhist stuff, Zen. It's incredible teachings. Even Osho. This is why I love Osho. Who technically, fine, fair enough. He's a cult leader. Fine. No, fine. That's fine. But the teachings are incredible. And that was a great part of even our second guest when he came on and was talking about Scientology and how he knows that it's an abusive organization and stuff like that. But he was saying like they were very helpful with certain things. You know what I'm saying? Calvin Picorni says, drip, drip. Did your Munyambare says, God is great. Thank you. Yehuvi with a time question. Yeah, we got to figure out. We actually just made a schedule with our producer today. RJ Bookworm, I'm here for the comic book. Yes, everyone should be here for the comic book. Everyone get the comic book. People, they're saving lives. Tony S2 says, do you do your karmas and watch Dragnet? Huh. No, but I do like Dragnet. When I was a kid, I had seen it. Yo, Dragnet, is it silly, Dragnet? I remember, you know what my favorite show was when I was a kid? It was a show called Get Smart. Oh yeah, Dragnet's just like Get Smart. It's like silly detectives. Yeah, I got you. Dude, I gotta watch it. Oh my God. Dragnet, and it's an old-time radio show too. Oh, that's silly. They gotta let us play this. We gotta play this. This is so good. Well, thanks for the find on this. This is great. No, I do think we should be like this. I think we should be like the Dragnet of loving kindness. Let's play it.
The story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Dragnet.
Wow. This is so good, dude. I love these old radio dramas. So tight. Tony, thank you for that. Thank you for telling us about Dragnet. I will definitely have to listen to that. I actually have been listening to the science fiction version of this. So there's these old black and white radio plays that are like, one day Cindy was looking up into the midnight sky. She saw two lights flashing, and before she knew it, she was on the spaceship. And then it has all this special effect. It's so tight. Like there's these radio shows. They're beautiful. They're basically the precursor to, so like this Dragnet, I guess, is the precursor to true crime and cop shows. But those ones that I listen to, they're like the precursor to like Black Mirror. They were all like kooky situations like Black Mirror, but in the 40s, 50s. Incredible. You know what you need to watch, actually? Wow, what a powerful teaching today. You guys need to watch Cosmic Slop. This sketch comedy show. This is a sketch comedy show by these musicians. Basically the equivalent of, they were called Funkadelic back then, Parliament Funkadelic, but they're kind of the equivalent of the Roots today. And they also had a sketch comedy show, and it's so funny. Hosted by George Clinton. It's hilarious. It's a great sketch comedy show. The first sketch they do on it, the premise of the first sketch is like these aliens come to Earth, the spaceship's there, and they show that they're more powerful. And Tony S says, LOL, I meant the Dan Aykroyd 1987 film. You know what? As much as I love Dan Aykroyd, and Dan Aykroyd is very relevant to this channel because we love Dan Aykroyd. We talk about Dan Aykroyd quite a bit, and he's a big Twilight Zone type of guy himself. He's a big conspiracy guy. He believes in aliens. So that's actually very much in line with what we're speaking about. But yeah, I would say Dan Aykroyd 1997 film. We'll check it out in a second. But what I was going to say is, yeah, we should just check that out. I mean, sorry, Tony S, £2. LOL. I meant the Dan Aykroyd 1987 film. You know what? I should have waited to read that because I can't remember now. Oh, Cosmic Slop. You know what I was going to tell you? The first sketch from Cosmic Slop, it's basically like this alien ship shows up on Earth and contacts the president of the United States. And the alien ship shows how powerful they are. And then they say, okay, hand over all the black people or we're going to destroy like USA or something like that. So it's all these white guys in a room in Washington being like, oh, so what do we do, gentlemen? So they have to like figure out, like, they start like deal making. They're like, well, we can round them up by tomorrow. Like some people are going that. And then some people, it's so funny. You got to watch it. Outer Limits, great show. Junkyard Act? What's Junkyard Act? Don't know that one. But lol, I meant the 1987 Dan Aykroyd film. Yeah, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Dan Aykroyd, 1987. And then I'm gonna talk for a second about visual. And then we're gonna move on to, I have that, like I said, the Kevin Samuels topic. Oh my god, the rip he does on the video, it's so sad. This is such a wacky Dan Aykroyd movie. Let me share this. Oh, God. Dragnet, 1987.
The story you are about to see this summer is true. Only the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Okay, we're gonna get demonetized, but yeah, they're going for a similar thing, I guess. Tom Hanks is in it? Oh, dude, this looks so sick. Good call. Okay, cool. I need to watch this. Yes. Thank you. Great karmas, Tony S. Great karmas. And you gave us money for these karmas. God is great, brother. God is great. No, you're right. I need to watch this. And okay, and let me give you a homework. I like how we're just giving each other back and forth homework. Okay, and let me give you a homework. Okay. Yes, I will watch yours. But let me give you a homework. I will give you a homework. It is a Blues Brothers. This Blues Brothers is truly, I want to show you a scene, actually. These guys are truly like, it's such a funny movie. How do I get it's so good. Like, this is such a wacky movie. It's such a wacky, silly adventure movie that at one point, these two guys are driving. The police turn on their sirens and they're like, holy shit, what are we going to do? And the guy just goes, you know what? I'm sick of this shit. And he just hits the pedal to the metal and they drive into the shopping mall. Check this out. It's so tight. It's so silly. Like, look at this movie. It's such a goofball movie. Okay, so they're in, wait, hold on. Where's the shopping mall? Here we go. See, okay, well, here you go. This is not the shopping mall scene, but this is the kind of shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? It's such a great movie. No, and the reason why I say it's such a great movie is because the two brothers, they are like, when we talk about rip and dip on this channel, when we talk about like going on a rip, that's what the whole movie is. Every scene ends like this. Every scene starts with like they're righteous and they're like, what do we do? And then they go on a wild adventure. The cops can't get. Look at these. The cops are all dumb. They don't know what the hell they're doing. This is the scene that we need to watch. Yo, let me watch it. What the hell? What is your problem, dude? Blues Brothers. One of the best. It's one of the greatest things in this. Is it? He's just like, hey, should you pull over? Nah. Drives into the mall. It's so good. It's so fun. I mean, what do you want out of this life? What do you want? I feel like you can't even shoot these anymore. It's so ridiculous. Like just the amount of people in this scene. I think it's illegal to shoot this now. Honestly, you shoot this now, it's like CG and all this shit. You got to do all kinds of nonsense, all kinds of shenanigans. No shooting this. Usam says Zatut. I love hearing about great movies I never heard about. No, this movie is truly. They are truly masters of the Tao in this movie. And I was saying before, like each scene is like them going on a rip. And it is a righteous rip. They are righteous, these two brothers. They are righteous. They're the good ones. I know it looks crazy. Like they're just driving through the mall. And the cops are just like, and the whole movie, because they are righteous and because they're on such a righteous rip, like what their mission is in the whole movie is the orphanage. So first of all, they're orphans that they grew up in is going to go out of business. So the nun starts like brings them in at this age and starts hitting them with the stick and says, you boys need to go get the money. $5,000, or we're closing down. And you idiot. And she just kicks them out of the orphanage. So these two are like, well, we got to go on a rip. We got to rip and dip. So they basically, the whole movie is them going on these missions, but then they have famous singers in it. And then they do full songs too. You can't, like, I mean, it's one of the best movies I've ever seen. But this is what I mean by like, they have the Tao in them. It's like one of the things they teach, and I've told you guys this before too, when you have the Tao in you, when you're like on a rip, when you're in this moment and you're just doing something that is a righteous action, what they teach in Taoism is that means that you have the Tao in you. So your muscles are loose, but you are functioning effectively and you're way wu wei, you could say, right? So these guys are very way wu wei. They're operating correctly. Every situation, like if something blows up, it always blows up in a way that it just doesn't hit them. You know what I'm saying? So like even in this, it's like by the end of the scene, they get away and watch what happens to the cops. Look at this. These cops, because they're overthinking, look at them. They're too inside the mind and they're too, oh no, we got to get them. They don't know what their morality is. They're upside down. But these two, because they are righteous and they know their correct morality, they have the Tao in them. So all their moves just turn out right. It never, like they can't get hurt in this movie. It's so funny. And then like the cops, foolish. Yeah, of the mind, of the ego. Trying to... It's such a silly movie. And then that's how they get away. They just break through the JCPenney. It's amazing. Every scene is like that. And then they have James Brown in it, Aretha Franklin, all big singers. Sting is in it. Sting does like I think Sting does like 2 songs, but then they dance in it. So they're doing like old Blues Brothers type of dances, but it's hot. So some homeworks for you guys. Anyone else want to throw a movie this way? I love this movie, right? Natasha, it's a ripper. You know what I'm saying? It rips. There's actually my favorite scene in the movie is they're like I was saying, they're both orphans. And just randomly, like one of their ex-girlfriends, who played by Princess Leia, the same actress as Princess Leia, one of their ex-girlfriends is like, I'll get you. And she just has a rocket launcher with her all the time. So they're going in their apartment. Like they're waking up in the morning at their apartment. Or no, they're dead asleep and the cops are coming to get them. So the cops go in to get them. But at the same time, this guy's ex-girlfriend is like, I hate him so much. I'm going to blow him up. And she blasts a rocket launcher into the building, blows up the building. After the building blows up, the two cops are like they're passed out and they're hurt. They're so hurt and they're upset and their muscles hurt, all this stuff. But these two Blues Brothers, they get out of bed. They're like, okay, cool. And they just walk out. Why? Even though the apartment blew up, it went 2 floors down, but their muscles were loose. They were with the Tao. Their muscles are loose. So they just, Yeah, we should wake up now. And they just walk out. They walk out. The cops are like, oh, my shoulder. Oh, I dislocated. Why? Because they're tense. This is a Taoist. No, honestly, the whole movie is like that. It's like they're on a rip and they're so cool and chill that like it all just works out. And it's such a fun movie. It's so silly. Um, Three Idiots is a banger. Okay, Neil, I got to watch that still. And that's unacceptable on my part that I haven't seen Three Idiots. That's unacceptable. So, you know what? Definitely on the list. Get Cult Girls, the Natalie Grant's book. Definitely that's on your list too. And another thing that actually we should look at, because yesterday, man, so our second guest yesterday, Vishal, it's so interesting. I had no idea that he was going to bring up this book because he texted it to me. And I was surprised that he really believed in it because if y'all watched the show yesterday, our second guest was Vishal. He basically said that he, oh, wait a minute. Where is it? Damn it. Well, he was basically telling us that he read a book about colitis, and he was texting me today too about colitis and how to solve it. And some other people were left in the comments too. I think Burak sent me a DM, so I appreciate you, Burak. That's great. Tony S with the heat today, dude, with the pounds, baby. Have you ever seen American Desi? You'll love it. American Desi, I've seen. Yeah, American Desi, I've seen, and I loved it. And yesterday, actually, oh, Burak the Alchemist is asking what the book was. So let's get this book recommendation from Vishal. It's called Louise Hay, Heal Your Body. Hold on. It's not loading up the picture from my computer. So let's just find it. She has a book called Heal Your Life too. There it is. Let's go. Share screen. Share it. Chrome tab, Heal Your Body. This is another book. So 2 books that we have to buy. Basically 4 movies, 2 books. Can someone take notes and make sure that we all have it in one place? Thank you. Thank you. Do you like my passive aggressive message at the top? Thank you. I love that. I love the passive aggressive thank you. It's one of my favorite. I've like booked gigs because of that. I remember I acted in a bunch of sketches, and the thing that sold it was for Ryan Long, this comedian Ryan Long. And the thing that sold him is in real life or on stage, he saw me do this impression of someone who's like, thank you, but they're not really thanking you. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I love it. I think I learned it from some of the girls that were trying to convert me when I was a kid. Cause did I mention like when I was like 12 to 15, this cult by my house, just smokers, just hot ass hitters. Hey, do you want to hang out? Hey, what are you doing on Sundays? Like Sundays, you all hang out. Like, you want to hang out? What am I going to do? The wires in your brain get crossed. You're horny. You think you love them, or you think you love, and then you realize you think you love God, but the sex wire, the 2 wire, they're crossing. They're short circuiting. You don't know who you love. Then you think do I love God? Do I love what do I love? Some guys I know, they're going to church just to get laid, honestly. And they believe it. That's the interesting thing. This is another cult tactic that we're going to have. We have another guest who's actually already signed up to come on. So she wants to come on. We're just like finding a date, but she was in the Nityananda. She was with Nityananda. So that's going to be a good one too. He's a right psycho, right? That Nityananda. What a silly guy. So look forward to that in the coming weeks. See, the Scientology lesson of never pass a word you don't fully understand has already improved my life since yesterday. That's a banger lesson. Bolts. Yeah, you're right, dude. And that's why Vishal, I think some of you guys said this about Vishal, that he was such a well-spoken, slow, well-spoken, thought out. He knows what he's going to say. He's a great speaker. Honestly, him and Natalie, that's the thing, right? You come out of the cult and you go, did get the sales skills. Sales skills are pretty banging on both of them. So they know how to talk. They can both do shows and stuff like that. So definitely, I think Natalie's going to come back. And definitely, it would be great to have Vishal come back too. Because I did want to do topics, like I said, and I did want to do call-ins, but I wasn't able to do them. And that's part of why I wanted to do a super fan sesh today. If there was anyone that did want to call in, you can call in. And there's the StreamYard link. I put it in the comments. I know it's really hard to grab it out of there. I hope that you have some kind of a device that'll let you grab that real quick. Hold up. Let me put it on here. Secret rip for the super fans. Everyone else can leave. Thank you. They were so cute, and they would do that. Like, so it's on Sundays, and you have to be there at 1, and make sure when you come, you bring this and this and this, and make sure that when you come, you have this. Thank you. That's when you know, like, I'm just using you. I'm just trying to get the hits for God, baby. I'm just trying to get the hits for God. That's what I should. Honestly, it was like that, though. With the girls that were trying to convert me, I'd say, like, one of them liked me, and I ended up dating her. But the other, like, 3 or 4, they would give me the, they'd act all like, oh, we're flirting, and I like you. You're all this, like, I like you. You're cute, whatever. And then once they know they got you, then they're like, okay, so just come on Sunday and then take this and read it by Sunday. Thank you. Like, it's like they didn't want to be there, really. That's when the truth came out. It's like once they signed it, they're like, thank you, bye. Yeah, thank you, bye. Like, that's what they were doing, basically. But anyway, Louise, hey, this is another homework for the community. Louise, hey, heal your body. Wow. And this is so cool that Vishal still did kind of believe in that. He was saying that it makes sense to him, and it's beautiful teachings. Louise Hay is incredible, actually. She has so many good teachings. And I know some of you are getting sick of me for going all new agey on it, but you know what? I have to do what's in my heart, people. I have to do what's in my heart. Let me play a little track from Audio Library. What a beautiful track. Can y'all still hear that? No, I have to do what's in my heart. And honestly, I am being pulled towards more cult rehab. So that's one thing I did want to make as far as announcements today is in the future, we are going more cult rehab. I think that is in keeping with the mission of the show too. It's in keeping with the mission of the show too, the original thing that we did on the show. To be honest, the political topics, it is annoying. It's like, I just have to read depressing news. This is why Steven left. He's just like, I don't want to keep up with this shit. Like, he's like, this is depressing. It's just like every depressing thing, we got to read on it. Why don't we talk about God instead? That's what I'm saying. Why don't we talk about God instead of talking about all this death and destruction, this misery? So that's one of the reasons why I got to go spiritual. But I think we're on a safe route here. Doing cult rehab, 1. Ghost stories. I know some of you are saying, Mish, with the ghost stories. Hey, practice your loving kindness, practice your forgiveness. Okay, you need to be able to talk with all kinds of people in this world. So if someone comes in with the ghost stories, listen to some ghost stories and see what your technique is. Are you going to be like, I think it was Ocho Cinco. He's like, ghosts aren't real, idiot, and neither is Santa Claus. Okay, stupid. That's one way, right? But then how are you going to hear these banger ass ghost stories if you do that, right? They're great ghost stories. But I do have to say, like, do I believe in ghosts? I mean, I said this on the show too. Like, someone told me to download the app, Ghost Detector app. I can't download it. So when the sun's out, we can all talk this talk. Oh, I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts or whatever. Okay, download the app. I don't know. What if there's one? I don't know. Dude, imagine they're just walking around in your house. So I think the ghost stories is fun. However, even that compared to cult rehab seems a little bit like I think we're gonna have ghost stories as like a buffer because right now the next cult rehab episode we're gonna do is, I think it's gonna be May 15th. And like I said, we have a survivor from the Nityananda cult. And she's got some banger videos up. She's actually like viral-ish. I think she's like 60, 80,000 subs. And she's already like agreed to it. I just want to lock down a date before I start showing you her videos and stuff like that. But so we're just going to lock down a date with her. That's going to be like May 15th. But don't worry about the dates. It'll all come in. I have a scheduler now. So that's another announcement for everyone. I do have a scheduler, and he's working with me on like, okay, this is the day for this. This is the day for this. So that's why Sundays is Spiritual Sundays. And then Thursdays, 1 p.m. is going to be my comic ones, or Thursdays daytime. So it's live streams every Sunday, Thursday. That's the advertised live streams. This guy's so on top of his shit. It's New Delhi. He's New Delhi. So we're going through that whole plan. We've scheduled those two as the weeklies. Mondays, 1 p.m. Super fans. No advertisements on it. Yeah. Mondays just any time, actually. It's not even going to happen every Monday. It just could happen on a Monday. So it's one of those reasons that you do have to hit the bell. I hate to be one of these guys, one of these hit the bell idiots, but you got to hit. That's why you got to listen. That's what my daily production team is saying. They're like, no, tell them to hit the bell. They got to hit the bell. That's it. So hit the bell, make sure, and, make sure you support the Ashram like that. Let the YouTube algorithm know that I love the algorithm. Let the algorithm know that I love the algorithm. Raziel the Great says, good morning, everyone. Thank you. Man, speaking of comments, though, I did want to actually do one more comment, and then we'll get into the Kevin Samuels topic. But there's just some mean comments, though. Oh, my God. Like the one I put on here, hey, you suck without Steven, kill yourself. This guy's, Vishal's like telling the story of his dad being in a cult. Really sad story. And I saw like two people try to come in. They really try to go for it, eh? Those guys, what is it? Just leave. You can watch anything. Just go. It's fine. It's a Friday. I was feeling kind of weird, just about life in general. And I was like, what am I doing? Whatever. And I saw this. I think, Steven put up two drips this week too. 2 live streams. And he did ask me first. So what a great guy. And they were great live streams, but he put up those 2. But in the comments of even that, someone's like, he sucks. Why does he even do this? He should quit. He should just kill himself. Just wild shit in the middle of these comments. And I remember I just clicked on his, it's stupid. It's like, who cares? Just leave it. But I, that's so funny, Bolt. But I just clicked on his channel just to be like, in your head, you think like, well, he must be on top of it. He must be doing some good videos. I clicked on his channel. I was like, oh, this guy's a loser, and it felt better. I felt better. And so, we got to give forgiveness. I don't know what to do with that. What do you guys think? Because it is a weird thing to do. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird thing to do, to go in and be like, I hate this. How could you do this? I hate it. Stop. Just leave, brother. Just leave. It's fine. We don't do criticisms like that. This is a church of loving kindness. Like I said, the super fans, honestly, the super fans who are the people who find out about these unlisted streams and they just come in, because our Monday show is going to be about an inside the channel show where we just discuss what happened last week, some of the future guests we have coming up, what are we doing, what kind of changes are being made. Ocho Cinco says Elon bought Twitter. God is great, brother. Freedom of speech. God is great. Sorry, did I get too excited too quick on that? Ocho Cinco, I just heard about that too. Elon, he took it. Ocho, you want to come on? Talk about this? Who can talk about this Elon Musk thing? Who can come on and just give us a little ripper on this? Here you go. Here's a StreamYard link. What's up? Bolt is saying free up your mods to ban Hammer the haters. Huh. Do we ban, is that the, what do you guys think here? And I'll do a poll after, but like, what's the move? Do you ban them? Do you ban them or do you, I don't know what to do. It is weird though. And then, like I said, I went to his channel. I'm like, what a loser. Like, he's like almost like such a loser that I couldn't even put his real name and talk shit about him. And I remember I realized this years ago, even in stand-up, there's like, there's a bunch of people who are like, whatever. I'm not saying you have to love me, right? Some people love me. Some people are whatever. But there's like, over the years, like just like 3, 4 people that like hate me, like are mad at me all the time. And I don't even, and I remember I made this realization about them too. It is like all 4 of them are just like loser, like legit never going to amount to anything in life. And that's fine. And that's why you got to forgive them. You know what I'm saying? Anyone who's coming in that bitter, that's why I kind of don't want to, you know what I mean? It is a church of loving kindness. Can we ban? I don't know. I don't know what to do. That's great news. Cancel culture. Michael Benty. Yeah, you know how I feel about cancel culture. I don't agree with that. I think it's ridiculous to be like, you're canceled. We're all children of God. We're all children of the Most High God. And really, this life apparently is like we're in kindergarten or something in God's school. In the earth school, you grow up and then you're a grown up and you're official. But in God's school, apparently this whole thing's just grade 3. So yeah, technically I can't. That's what the Buddha's teachings. So this is a grade 3. We should treat each other like we're in grade 3 too, with loving kindness, with compassion, with, you did your best. Let's try this, whatever. Like that's their whole attitude. But also no cancels. If someone says something wrong, you say, okay, what did you do? How do we talk about it? How do we fix? You know what I mean? Don't let them keep being mean or bullying, but also like stop them. But also it's like you have to, the loving kindness for the Buddhist approach is like you stop the canceling offense, but then you almost have to love them double. Yeah, it is like the white supremacist. The Buddha would say, oh, the white supremacist is mad? Then love him double. You know, these Buddhist monks, when the Chinese were taking over Tibet, they basically, someone was asking them, like, what's the scariest thing about getting taken over by Tibet? Because they hit them, they like put them in jail. It's like torture. If they meditate, they had these like strict no meditating, whatever. And they asked this monk, and the monk said, my biggest fear? My biggest fear is that I will lose compassion for the jailers. That nothing scares me like that. What suffering will they have they been going through to be forced into all this and to think that this is the right thing? No, I just hope I don't lose compassion for them. That's the next level shit. That's next. I know. It's hard to understand. It's hard to imagine that there's that level of forgiveness out there, but that's the official teachings. You know what I'm saying? And we are a Church of Love and Kindness. So I'll put up a thing though. I'll put up a thing saying, like, what do we do with these hater ass trolls? And I'll let you, the culture, the community, tell me, here's what we think we should do. Yada, yada, yada. Let's get this Kevin Samuels clip, and then I'm going to get out of here. But hey, thanks for coming into this meeting. Since we're doing a meeting, I said, you know what? Let me give him a little ripper. Let me give him a quick little topic, because I found this quite offensive. As a spiritual teacher, as a loving kindness student, really more the student. I'm like a TA. I'm not really like, you know, I'm a TA at Enlightenment University. You could think of it like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just learning. I'm just getting in. And, you know, you know how I am about, like, we don't want to attack other people's religions, other people's cultures, but just check this out. This is bad boss Buddha chick wants rich husband, gets reality check. He knows how to make the hits, right? This Kevin Samuels, he knows how to make the hits. Let's start it.
Hey, Buddha bless. But
Hi.
Buddha bless. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. So have you ascended yet? Nam-nam-nam-nam-nam-choyo.
It's Namyo Horenge Kyo. It's not.
Yeah, that is. Now you hear who?
Nam.
Hey, she's trying to teach it. She's trying to teach it. Why are we attacking other religions here like this? Can everyone hear this, by the way? Can everyone hear this? Shua says pain and suffering for all the trolls. Hey, have mercy, brother. Don't worry. Listen, pain and suffering for the trolls. Listen, they're suffering. Honestly, like it like the guy's channel was so bad, it wasn't even worth punking. It was just it was pathetic, honestly. And it was pathetic. Like it was like I just felt bad by the time I got there. And of course, he's the one saying the hateful shit, but whatever. Schwa, but that's thank you. I'm glad that you love the congregation. You need a sound clip to insult them back. Interesting. Okay, cool. So put up their thing and talk shit. Be careful. He's notorious for copyrights. Really? I thought this. Yeah, you're right. Actually, no, he does say that. I have seen him say that. By the way, if you take my clip, I'm going to do. I mean, I think I have an honest grievance here. You know what I mean? I hope, because on the one hand, I know he says that, Jacoby, but on the other hand, I feel like he believes in freedom of speech, and he should give us, you know, we're just having a community meeting here. As someone who studies Buddhism, I just have some words to say, Mr. Samuels. If you can come on the show, we can talk here too. But I just have some words to say. I hope he doesn't ban it. I'll try to describe more of it than actually play the audio, but let's just play this initial part.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
You call me a nappy head hoe? What you say?
Like it's I'm not gonna say it's not funny. It is funny, but it's like what is that? What is it? She's just like, oh, the Buddha. What will the Buddha say? Honestly, the Buddha doesn't care. I had to really remind myself of that. The Buddha doesn't care. The Buddha doesn't care. I'm just saying, for the culture, for the community, we're here. We're the religions. Like I was saying earlier in the show, like I remember when I was a kid, I heard about this interfaith religions center, and I was like, that's good that they're reaching out. Because I go to some Patel events, I go to some Hindu events, and there's like one uncle there who's like, what are we doing about the Muslim? They want to have like a little side meeting at the Patel convention. They want to have a little side meeting at the Hindu convention, and they want to tell a bunch of 15-year-old guys like, hey, what are we doing about Muslims? You're not with a Muslim, are you? You're not with a Muslim? Hey, cut the beard. You look like a Muslim. I don't think it's good. You know, we really should be finding ways to really let all of those tensions go, because those tensions between the religions, I really feel like they project and create their own problems. You know, on some level, I feel like we all kind of believe in the same thing. Even my loving kindness teachings, every religion has a department. They just have a loving kindness department, every religion. Christians call it Christ consciousness. Islam has Sufism. But also, even the concept of Allah is like a God is like a loving kindness energy. Taoists, really, that's all they have. Buddhists, they kind of only have that, but then they added other stuff. Hinduism has Vedanta. The Jews have Ein Sof. So everyone's got a department, or Kabbalah or something like that. So everyone has a department. And I just found it a little bit offensive that he's going to, and of course the Buddha doesn't care. So, but let's just keep it going and do some analysis for this. Because basically after he comes at the religion, and like I was saying, if, you know, he's a proud to go to the church and stuff. If someone said they believe in Jesus, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, oh, turn the other cheek. Oh, so if I hate you, you're going to turn the other cheek. Like, hey, just cool it. What are we doing? I'm going to say, great, love it. Love the teachings. Love Jesus. I'm a Hindu. I'll tell him, you know what? I'm a Hindu, but I love Jesus more than some Christians. And I could even tell him some anecdotes. And I've told you guys this before, but I remember I think I told some of you this before, but I remember I was at a karaoke like 5-10 days before Christmas. It was all white people. I know it's karaoke, but it was all white people at this karaoke. I was like the 10th singer. I go on 10th. It's 10 days before Christmas. I'm on 10th. Karaoke. 9 people go before me. Not one of them sings a Christmas song. When I went to sing my song, I said, excuse me, somebody died for our sins. It's somebody's birthday in 5 days. Are we going to, just going to sing whatever we were going to sing anyway? We're not going to bring a Christmas song today? Nobody brought up a Christmas song? Nobody has prepared? Only the Hindu has prepared 3 Christmas songs? Right? Because that's how much I have respect. They didn't want to hear it. They were all liberals, and they were all like, okay, sing your song. Like, so they were mad. They were kind of mad, actually, that I said it. They were very that's even offensive. It's like, what's the fighting between you know what I mean? It shouldn't be so fighty. They were so hard atheists that they're like, yeah, we don't believe in that. Like, they were mad that I was bringing up that, like, excuse me, there's a lot of great Christmas songs, and you had to sing Don't Stop Believing? Well, you did stop believing, didn't you? Don't Stop Believing by Journey. Schwa says, what are we doing about the Muslims? That doesn't sound healthy. Yeah, I know, for sure, man. I mean, it's, this is what I mean. I'm just saying, like, I don't like the inter-religion fighting. We don't need this. Fry says, what a nice bait of a thumbnail. Yeah. What's up, man? It's not a bait. We did talk about that, by the way. We did talk about the thumbnail as an issue. We're just going to do one quick topic. This Kevin Samuels, his attacks on the Buddha. We're just going to discuss that, and then we're gonna call it. Yeah, what an interesting video, though. So going back to the video, like I was saying, okay, I don't like this inter-religion fighting. I don't like the attacks on each other. I don't think it's good for the culture. I don't think it's good for the community. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. I think we should be, finding the similarities, because eventually, here's what I honestly think. Every religion taken down to its negative, like if it's been broken down and like suffering as a culture, down to its negative, I think every religion becomes terrorism. But then on the positive side, you extrapolate up, every religion becomes like the secret, basically. It just almost depends. Economic situation, it rises up, we're all secret. God, if everyone just joins up at the top. Economic conditions go down, negativity, fighting, intergenerational trauma. So that's it. Now, the other thing about this clip, though, is that he basically just fat shames her the whole time. And it is like, not only fat shames her, but what's this hanging up? He hangs up on the girls. And this is a big part of why I wanted to bring this up at our Monday drip congregation, our super fans only congregation. So I wanted to bring this up today, because one of the shows that I do want to do here on the drip is people should call us for dating advice. Tell me I'm wrong. I mean, this dating advice from Kevin Samuels, he's fat shaming her, and then he hangs up on her, and then he does another 10 minutes of fat jokes. Just check this out. Let's see if we can get the last little bit without getting a copyright.
Five
No,
kids,
I
she wants
didn't
to
say
get
I
there. She
had
would like to be a stay-at-home wife, and I didn't judge either way. I didn't judge either way, man. But you asked, and I said, all right, how much would a man need to make? You said, I don't know, and that's a problem, educator. How can you get something in this life that you don't even know? How can you get
I
a man?
didn't say I need 5. I said 3 to
3 to
5.
5? 3 to 5
I
is still more than
also
your broke
said-
ass can afford. You can't afford one.
I also said I
Uh-huh.
am willing
Yeah,
to work.
This is Buddha, y'all. See, here comes Buddha. Here comes
But
Buddha
I
right
also
here. This is the boss bitch Buddha right here. Been there, namaste. Namaste, go away.
I don't say that.
Namaste, go
I
away.
don't do that.
Have fun another day.
And he just does 10 minutes of fat jokes. Listen, am I going to sit here and say it's not funny? I mean, it is pretty hilarious. But it's like, first of all, why are people calling? This is what the whole channel does. He's nonstop ripping these women. They keep calling. They come in they get ripped every time. But then he's also pretty unreasonable. I mean, it really seems like he's trying to find divisions over finding a solution to their problem. Because, look, I'm not going to sit here and say that I know anything about, like, I'm not the kind of guy that says, namaste, go away. But I'm not the kind of guy who thinks, like, if you fat shame someone, you should be canceled. No. And I'm also not the kind of person that says, fat shame? No, fat pride them. Say, oh, you're so beautiful, big. Don't do that either. I think that's bullshit. I think if we want to solve the issue, if we really care and we want to solve something, I don't think fat shaming works. Tell me what you all think here, and I'm going to put a link, and I'm going to turn the music back on, and we're going to stay away from the rest of the visuals of that clip, and we'll talk about it. We'll have the discussion about it. But tell me what you guys think in the comments, or you can come in. But I do want to know, what do people think? Is fat shaming effective? Because I don't think it is. I think it might be one of these public brainwashings. Publicly, a bunch of people got on board with believing it because it sounds right. But I think the question we have to ask ourselves, if we care about the culture, if we care about the community, or is it good, right? Because I'll tell you, in the Patel family, I can tell you, I know so many women. My mom does this too. They're just describing a woman. They're describing another woman. So I was at this family function. There's one girl sitting on the thing. She's maybe a little bit overweight. No big deal. That's fine. A little bit overweight. And someone was asking about another girl. And my mom goes, and she was asking, like, oh, what does she look like? Whatever. And my mom goes, she is a single body, not double body like this one. And she just pointed at someone else who was there and said, she is like a single body, not she goes, single body, not a double body, like this one, then this one, not double body. This is a single body. I can tell you, man, those girls get fat shamed their whole life. Let me tell you, man, it's not working. Right? Is it working? Like, we got to really think about what's effective for the culture versus what's going to get the hits. Like, he does, then at the end, he does 10 more minutes fat shaming jokes. And the one point that he does have is, like, he just constantly, as he's yelling at these women, he's like, you called me, shut up, you called me. So you shut up and I talk and you listen. That's it. So, okay, fine. But it just seems like at this point, you're less interested in solving problems and taking people higher and more about, like, I own someone, I destroyed someone, I'm going to rip them so hard. But tell me what you guys think. The largest study on weight loss shows 99.5% of people gain the weight back. Nothing, including fat shaming, works other than surgery. Bolt. Honestly, I think meditation works. And I am an example of that. Fry, I think it does work if you fat shame yourself. And by the way, there's actually a famous Joe Rogan clip. You know who's not going to cancel us for playing the clip? Joe Rogan. Let's play the Joe Rogan clip. Because Joe Rogan has a clip where he says fat shaming works. And I'll, you know what? Daily production team is going to love this. Let's do Joe Rogan. Fat shaming works? Debunk. I'm going to debunk it right here on the drip, and then we're going to get out of here. Let's debunk it, people. Let's debunk it. We're debunking Joe Rogan. In case y'all are just tuning in, we're going to do a quick debunk on Joe Rogan. Fat shaming works. Debunked. I already know how Daily Production Team is going to make this thumbnail. It's going to be like, debunked. dunked it. And it's going to be me taking take Joe Rogan's head. And I'm like, debunked. But it's like dunked. Maybe we should do that as our debunk series is we take their head and it's like I'm slamming it through a basketball. Bloody at the bottom. That's the kind of market that YouTube has become. I'm sorry. I wish it wasn't so, but that's the market that the YouTube has become. It's a competitive cutthroat market. But I think I have some positive and very helpful things to say on this. So let's play the clip and then I'm gonna get out of here. Wow, what great karmas. Very important karmas for the culture. And if anyone, again, if you think fat shaming does work, I want to hear from you.
And you see people of great age with they're just ripped. And you look at what they're eating, like fish, rice, vegetables.
Yeah.
And it's all lean, smart food. And the sugars are all monosaccharides, like fruit sugar.
Mhm.
The
Right.
occasional banana or orange is a treat.
Yeah.
But, the sugar's really not in the diet at all.
That's a good call, but that's not fat shaming. Let's be very clear here. This, what he said, is not fat shaming. Don't eat. This is actually very productive. Very clear instruction. Something that can be done. Something that's in our control. In this moment, I mean. In this moment. Okay, fine. Like over 6 months, if you are overweight, okay, fine. I'm not saying that. But in this moment, it is like fat shaming. It is like a little bit like saying, hey, stop being ugly. Like you can't, like right now you can't. In this second, you can't. In this second, what you can do is you can say, I should not eat sugar. That's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? And then over time, I think it'll just go away. But I think shaming it makes it worse. But anyway, I just want to say, I want to put a pin in that. I think this is very positive what he said. Let's continue.
Maybe
and
rice
nor
breaking
should it
down,
be,
but not like we are doing it.
No, no one's ever done it the way we're doing it, and no one's ever been as fat.
Yeah.
And then we have these things to shield people from. We call it fat shaming. Don't tell someone they're fat. Let them just be morbidly obese and go through life at a massive risk of heart attack or stroke or diabetes. Don't say anything because then you'll hurt their feelings. Meanwhile, you could say something.
Babaji Joe Rogan is actually making a lot of very good points. He is making good points, but I have my, don't worry, I'll debunk it. Let's keep going.
To someone, and it might be uncomfortable in the moment. Hey, Mike, listen, I don't want to be that guy, but you got to lose some weight. And then that guy could go and look in the mirror and go, fuck, I really do need to lose.
Okay. You see what happened here? You see what happened there? Pulling your friend aside and whispering to them, hey, I think you should lose some weight. I don't think that's fat shaming. Sorry. I think we might be talking about two different things. Pulling someone aside and gently saying, hey, I'm worried about you. I think you should do this or do this. I don't think that's shaming. Didn't sound like shaming. He even whispered it. See, Joe Rogan's so nice. He's such a great guy. It's debunked. He doesn't even know that. This is what he thinks fat shaming is. Let's continue.
Lose some weight, and then they'll lose some weight and they'll be healthy and they'll talk to you 4 or 5 months later and go, you fucked my head up that day. And because of that, I really started changing the way I eat and I'm so much healthier and I feel better.
Because he's your friend.
My friend Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer, they did this thing last year, 2 years ago, where they had a weight loss competition. And one of the things they kept doing is fat shaming each other, like ruthlessly. And they would use hashtag Bert is fat, hashtag Tom is fat. And they had this weight loss competition. Oh, and they fucking both lost a shitload of weight. I think they both lost between 50 and 60 pounds.
See, again, like, this is special cases, guys. Comic, of course. Because if you're a comic, it is your job. It's actually your karmas. If you're an overweight comic, it is your karma to actually roast yourself. It's like these are two guys that have been doing just every fat joke possible. They've done it on themselves. So after 20 years of that, now they're like, oh, you're so fat, it's fun and silly at that point. Calling in for dating advice, and then the guy goes, bitch, you fat bitch. Like, he rips her, man. In the last video, he rips her so hard. She calls in, at one point, she just says, like, I'm 190 pounds and 5'11". And he goes, ma'am, nobody wants to marry a 200-pound this. And she's like, but I'm 190 pounds. And he's just like, quiet, turns off the mic, starts like swearing. Like, there's that. And then there's two friends who've been doing stand-up comedy for 30 years and doing every fat joke on themselves in the book. And then it's like, come on, dude. It's like fun for them. I don't think it's shame at all.
And they looked fucking incredible. But then after it was over, Tom was like, dude, let me tell you something. Fat shaming works. It works. It got me off my ass. I realized I was a fat fuck and it made me lose weight. It doesn't feel good. That shaming thing is fat shaming doesn't work on people who aren't fat. Okay. It works on people who have a problem, but don't want to address that problem. So you bring up that problem and then they go, oh, you're making me feel bad by thinking about my problem. You're a bad person. Yeah. No, you have a weak spot. That weak spot shouldn't be there. Like, you shouldn't belabor it and constantly ridicule someone for being fat. But the idea that you're never supposed to bring it up, even with someone you care about, even in jest or friends busting balls, like, no, you should bring it up because that bad feeling is a gift. It makes you realize, like, oh my God, I've been remiss. I haven't been paying attention to my own physical sovereignty.
Yeah, so I mean, he's such a nice guy, Joe Rogan. Like he's already softening it too. Like he's saying like, okay, don't berate them or harass them all the time, but if it's a close friend and you genuinely care about them, yeah, bring it up as a silly thing. I think yeah, I don't even know if that's fat shaming. I think that's just like even telling your friend, okay, fine. He's saying his fat shaming is like a light joke, basically. You can do a light joke. Okay, cool. No, I'm glad we got to the bottom of it. I'm glad we got to the bottom because it makes it sound like they're saying that fat shaming works. You did it and now it worked. But it's like, are we really like, you're a nice guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's such a nice guy. The people that take this advice is like the same psychos that leave comments on this channel. Amish is a piece of shit. Go kill yourself. Hey, we don't. What's all this? Just leave. You know what I mean? The anger, the bitterness. But he says it himself. He's like, don't berate them, don't harass them. Let's see it again. Joe Rogan's great.
Supposed to bring it up even with someone you care about, even in jest or friends busting balls. Like, no, you should bring it up because that bad feeling. Like, you shouldn't belabor it and constantly ridicule someone. You're a bad person. Yeah. No, you have a weak spot. That weak spot shouldn't be there. Like, you shouldn't belabor it and constantly ridicule someone for being fat. But the idea that you're never supposed to bring it up, even with someone you care about, even in jest or friends busting balls, like, no, you should bring it up because that bad feeling is a gift. It makes you.
Yeah, It's like, but he's saying it, like, see, I guess, there's a lot of times what happens with these debates is that people are just calling different things a different term. Like what he's calling fat shaming, what I'm calling fat shaming are so different. I guess it's kind of like roasting people too. It's like, if you're doing a roast, I remember I saw these guys roasting and like it was supposed to be like a show, like a silly fun show. And it got so ugly back and forth. Like it was just like, oh, you're so fat, this. Oh, your dick is so small, this. Oh, you wear so much makeup, this. And then the other guy got so upset that he goes, you're such a bitch that your ex-boyfriend said he didn't even like having sex with you. He told everyone, loser, I hate you, fucking bitch. Like, it's like, okay, here we've crossed the line. Friends, it's like friends genuinely care about them. Like a silly little joke, not berating, harassing all the time. Debunked. That's not, I don't know. I just don't think that's fat shaming. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that's fat shaming? I feel like we're now in a gray area. I just don't think what he thinks is fat shaming is fat shaming. That's what's debunked. What he's calling fat shaming, I don't think it's what people are talking about fat shaming. Nicely pulling someone aside, like, hey, I'm worried about you. I think, a little chunky dunky. That's not fat shaming. I get that. Hey, Amish, little chunky doodle doo. You fat shame me? I hate you. Come on. I don't think anyone's talking about that. I'm talking about, like, that's fine. I think that's fine. And then if we both are friends and we decide that, like, hey, you want to do like a silly contest and we'll do jokes about it. We'll do like videos roasting each other. Like, that's also like, I wouldn't call that fat shaming either. That is much more like two friends just hanging out, talking. Young Tuna says, watch Johnny Depp trial. You know what? We definitely want to talk about Johnny Depp trial this week. But yeah, real quick. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. I don't think fat shaming works. Like I said, what do you guys think? Talk about your days as a fat guy. Neil says, yeah, I used to be a heavy, big Lardo Bombardo. Bolt, Elon, history's best cult leader, just bought his own social media powerhouse. Well, let's have a little respect and not just call Elon the world's biggest cult leader. What is with the Elon Musk hate, people? I think now that he has won Twitter, is it true that Elon Musk just took Twitter? Musk buys Twitter. Okay, fine. Maybe we got to do this story. 1 hour ago, CNBC. Okay, you know what? I'm going to let you guys choose it. Which article? Let's do an article. Elon Musk buys Twitter. This is wild. And Neil, yeah, I should talk about my days as a fat guy. I was actually very overweight. I should actually, let's just wrap up this fat shaming segment with that. Listen, I was very overweight. My mom's been calling me fatty since I was probably 6. When I wanted to be an actor, my mom was like, you're too fat. You'll never make it as an actor. When I was like 8 or 10 years old, I think because she didn't want to pay for the fees. Like we were at some modeling agency or acting agency, and she could sense that they were going to ask for like $2,000 to take pictures and do all this shit. So my mom goes, "You're too fat. You can't be on TV. You're a big, look at you, fatty Lombardo over here." So anyway, didn't lose weight. I'll tell you what made me lose weight. And this is, again, going back to the solution-based thinking here. Not, someone got a bunch of good rips in, so you agree with them. What's the solution-based thinking here? I basically, what everyone teaches is that people change through positive reinforcement. So what happened for me, the way I lost weight, is I was very horny. And this girl was making it like she was starting to flirt with me in grade 11 or 12, I think. She was starting to flirt with me. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And for 6 or 8 months, I just 2-3 hours at the gym, walked everywhere, everything. I ended up going to the prom with her. I ended up grabbing her boob. Underbra, overbra? Underbra. And kiss. Can't even really say make out. But I was very innocent. I didn't have sex for years later after that. But anyway, that is how but that's positive reinforcement. That's a positive thing coming. That's not like, oh, I better lose weight or everyone's going to say I'm fatty, fat. I don't think so. I don't think it works. And I've seen some videos pro and against and all that stuff. I don't know if scientifically it seems hard to prove either way. So yeah. Stats 250 going in, and I think I came out like 190 or 180. And I was pretty jacked when I came out too. But I was like 240, 250. I was so big that I remember I uploaded an old picture of myself onto Facebook, and my face was so big and my cheek was so fat that back then Facebook they would put a square around all the people and be like, tag your friend. Facebook thought my cheek was another person. That's how much fatty Lombardo was over here. So they had a square around me. They're like, tag your friends. Me, and then they had a square on my cheek and it said, tag your friend. And it was just my cheek. 250 pounds, Fry. Come on. What do you think I am, Fry? What do you think I am? 250 kilograms? No way. Have you seen their transformation from 250 kilograms? Dude, they still have, like, if you go 250 kilograms and you lose the weight, and hey, encourage you to lose weight, still lose the weight, but the skin still flaps over. I've seen it. And God is great. Good for you for still losing the weight. You got to lose the weight. Grabbing boob is sexual discourse, isn't it? From yesterday's stream. Bolt, very good. Taking notes. Which cult was it? Oh, it was the Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah, they were basically like, if you even, weren't they saying like if you hold hands, fornication. Fry, true. No one is going to date her ever. Wait, which one? Fry? Is looking at Miss Heard's inner weaknesses and stinky shit exposed is way better than any physical punishment. Okay, well, I'm clearly just jumping into Miss Heard. Yeah, Johnny Depp should have had his sister beat Amber's ass. Yo, Natasha, you are very much operating on brown rules there. That's brown rules, and you're trying to take it to the white community, and that's fine, and I like it, and I like that you're bringing brown rules to the white community, but I don't know. I think that's just a big lawyer mess. I think that would be, this trial might be happening in another 5 years because I don't know. I was at a club on Friday. It was incredible. It was so sexy. I picked up 2 girls, so hot. This is how hot they were. They were so hot. Friday night club that we went to, and we found it in some small town. And they were so friendly. And it was such a happy place. Like, they were so nice that I was like, this is like a reality TV show. This is a prank show. That's what like the whole night. I was like, this is a prank show. No. I was like, I don't buy it. What is this place? So now we were saying we got to write a sketch comedy show about it, about like club jokes and like banging jokes. But it's all got to be about this secret place that we found called the Queen's Beaver. So that might be a Friday show. Clubbing culture show. Friday club culture. Inspirations. Also, my friend Austin Summers is going to come on the show. He is a pickup artist, but have respect. He's a men's dating coach now. And I've told a bunch of them, stop with the pickup artist shit. You sound like a creep. Go men's dating coach. And he has. I don't know if it's because I told him, but I saw in his Instagram, it said men's dating coach. I was like, yo, come, let's have a talk. Let's inspire the culture, inspire the community. He's a great guy. He's a very charming man. You'll love him. He teaches how to be charming. So you'll learn more charmingness tips. And then and honestly, his videos are so tight. His videos are so funny. But great guy. He's gonna be on the show in a couple weeks. Look out for that. We got to do a dating culture show because this club that we found, honestly, I was over dating. I told you guys, I bought this girl a drink, and I was like getting bitter about it. And really, it shows how my loving kindness is lacking because I told you guys about the girl, the girl who like just took my drink and ran like a football player. What is it called? What's the guy who gets the ball and goes hut hut, and they got to go through, right? This girl tricks me into buying her a drink. You got me. I generally don't do it. I generally say, hey, you can buy your own drink. And if you ask me to buy a drink, then you have to buy both of them. That's the rules. This is the culture. Come on. Let's act right. Usually I do that. This girl, I don't know how she suckered me into it. I bought the drink. Oh, it was $3 drinks too. So it's $3 drinks. And I found $250 in the club that night, US. I just found it on the floor. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to let it slide. Buy the drink, hand her the drink, making conversation. Oh, sorry, right on TV. She gets a drink, hut, hut. In the crowd, she's gone, grinding on another dude. Doesn't even know that guy. Honestly, I could have probably started like an hour later, I was still hanging around. An hour later, she did it to someone else. And I honestly, like, the reason I know she did it to someone else is because I was walking through from the other side. And she was getting another hut, hut. And I was on the other side of it. And she almost danced on me. She almost said, hut, hut. And then she almost started dancing with me. And she was like, no, this is a deception. And then she just goes around and gets with the tall guy behind me. Of course, 6'3" guy. Fucking bullshit. But anyway, so I was kind of getting bitter about the clubs, is what I'm saying. Long story short, I know I already did that bit. I was just getting a little bitter about the clubs. I was like, you know what? These girls, like, I'm old. Stop going to the clubs. This club, they were so sweet. They were so friendly. I was like, this is a prank show. There's cameras here. And it's just me and you are going to be on the show. And they're going to be like, these two Indian guys thought all the girls were trying to bang them. But we know the truth. And then it just has the girls like, yeah. So when he came in, I was like, I looked him up and down and I made it look like I was into him, but I wasn't ill. And they all like this. I'm picturing my head. That this is like the most hilarious reality TV show. It would be so, I was like, how funny would that be? And even, this is where I said, this is too fishy. So 2 girls I pick up, both named Nicole. Second one, first one, I've done this before with girls where like my moves are honestly so sexy, I feel like, that the girl, they almost feel intimidated because I dance so good. I know, I sound crazy, I know. Just cool it. I know it sounds crazy, but I was like, my dance was so good that I think I'm intimidating this girl. And so she just like, after having like such a great time for like 10, 15 minutes, I'm basically like a stripper in front. I'm like dancing. I'm like, it's like this Latin music. And I'm like, ding, 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 ding. I'm like, it's so silly. She's laughing. We're talking about stuff, talking about her tattoos, all this shit. Anyway, I think it just got too excited. I think I was a little hyped for her and she just couldn't. It's too sexy, too much energy. So she couldn't take it. Okay, fine. That's one gone. That's fine. We're still cool, by the way. And by the way, not everyone, some people just have boyfriends, want to be friends. Who knows? Fine. God is great. Second, Nicole, on the dance floor. I jump in the middle of the circle because there's only one circle. And this small town is so friendly that all ages dance at this club. So there's seniors, there's like 80-year-olds, there's 60s, 50s, and then a bunch of people like young. So everyone, full range is there. Everyone's dancing. I got in the middle, started ripping. I think I started doing something like too smooth, obviously too sexy. One girl just goes, oh my God. I swear to God. Fry, Bollywood mastery. Yes, it is. She's like, oh my God. And then she like stuck around for a bit and then ran away. Her sister gets on me. Smoker, Nicole, smoker, dude. And this is where I realized, like, I think this is bullshit too. I really thought the reality thing was happening because then there was like this 55, 60-year-old. He was like 55, full gray hair, and just like Ned Flanders. He's like, hey, hey, good dancing. Oh, hey, great moves. And he's like a silly older guy. I'm obviously blending in like one of the, like I'm young, like I'm, you know what I mean? But he looks so like gray hair, everything, and it was like all flopped. He was such a fun guy. He's doing it, and then so she's dancing with me, and then she sees him, and she's like, "Oh hi, you want to take a picture?" And starts taking selfies with him. I'm like, I'm not one to get mad. She's like going back and forth between us like this. This guy, 100% married. His friend keeps coming to the dance floor saying, "I gotta get him away from her. He's married. I gotta get him out of here. He's married. Just move in." And I'm like, the thing is, I'm dancing with her, but then she's just so like, dance with this guy. Like she's just at some point you just got to be like, what? I can't control her. She can do whatever the hell she wants. I'm here to dance. I came to dance. So anyway, in the end, but too hot. It was like, that would be a great reality show too, or a sketch of a reality show where you just had like a fake club, and then it would just be good to be the guy too. Like even like my friend puts me up to it. He's like, "Whoa, dude, these girls are really digging you, eh?" I'm like, yeah, dude, let's go. The cameras, that would be like a very mean show. But I think that I'm back into going out. I was losing interest because of the quarterback. The hut, grab the drink and run girl. I was a little bit losing interest in the club because of her. But this one, we're gonna go, and we told each other, don't goddamn tell anyone. Don't you goddamn tell anyone about this club, because we were at a club. We went to a club like this in another small town. I think it was in Guelph. So Guelph, we went partying one night. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, it was just me and my boy, and it was just all hot girls. It was amazing. 10:15, just 300 brown guys showed up, and that's it. And that's the end of story. It was kind of garbage after that. I hate to say it. So this one, we're like, don't you goddamn tell anyone. And he was like, don't you goddamn tell anyone. This is our spot. We got to know that we talked to the bouncer, kicked it with him. We got to know like other people. We got people. So we were almost like, it's too hot. It's too sexy in here. Let's just go home, recoup, come back with a game plan next week. Like we were like overloaded. It was too nice. They would just dance with you. What's going on? What is this place? Nobody's trying to bang here. It's like my buddy, the same guy. He was telling me that when he went to Sweden, he goes, I was in Sweden, and just every night that we were there, someone just had sex with all of us. And when we asked them, like when we talked about like dating, whatever, they were like, yes, the men in Sweden are too soft. So if a real man comes, I have sex right away. Thank you. Like, but that's it. Just banged him. Mash Z says noise. Yeah, they were. I don't know. Go to Sweden. But I think we found a little Sweden over here in Ontario, and I can't tell you where the location is. But Fridays, I think we're going to do like a pre-party thing. It's 4:08, people. We can do one more topic, or I can call it. Thanks, everyone, for coming. So many people here. Great episode last night. Great episodes coming up. Like I said, we have Demi. Okay, I was mentioning, actually, we got to mention the future guests. It's one of the things we got to do. And this Thursday, I will have to announce that this Thursday, where is oh, here we go. This Thursday, we have a very special guest coming in. I know you guys are going to love her, because I know how excited you got when Angelica Scanura came in, and a bunch of you got a little excited, didn't ya? Well, Demi from The Rock is going to be here on Thursday. It's going to be a 2 p.m. show. She's a comedian here in Toronto. She runs a bunch of live shows. Very funny and very successful. We're going to learn a lot from her. We're going to have a lot of laughs. We're going to have a good time. She's killing it. Did a bunch of collabs with Nima Naz. And yeah, very fashionable too. Very stylish. Look at these jeans. I've never seen this style of jean. But when she's out, it's always something. She's always got something. I'm like, Demi, you always got a thing. It's always some, yeah, of course. Meaning like high fashion. It's high fashion with this girl. But kills it on stage too. Hilarious. So you're going to love her. Absolute star. I mean, that is a star quality, really, to just have that kind of like celebrity level wardrobe. So yeah, she's going to be here on Thursday. Friday, the dating episodes, we might start on Friday. We might start the next week. Next Friday, we're going to have Austin Summers. So just look out for the thumbnails. They'll be up. Everything going forward now that we have Delhi production team here, they're keeping it solid. They're keeping it steady. Now they have the Delhi production team in place. What we're going to be, now we're Elon Musk, motherfuckers. Who said Elon Musk is a cult leader? Hey, now we're Elon Musk. Just cool it. Okay? We're Elon Musk now. That's how you got to think of it. That's what the next couple weeks is going to be like. Because this guy's hustling. You saw him on the show. He was on the show. And great guy. He's on top of his shit. Natasha says, so gorgeous. Yeah, she's gorgeous. Yep. She kills it too. And I'm doing her show on May 5th in Toronto. So if people are in Toronto, come to her show too. But we're going to talk about all that on Thursday. We're just deciding on topics this week. What are we going to talk about? Stuff like that. Come in with questions, and we'll do all of that. I do want to actually talk about this Elon Musk shit. Let's talk about it. Elon buys Twitter. So this is the news. Let's go news. CNBC, New York Times, live. Elon Musk to buy Twitter for $44 billion US. Wow, it's way overpriced, man. Elon Musk strikes deal to buy Twitter, $44 billion. Elon Musk reaches deal. Washington Post. What do we go? What do we go here? Bloomberg? WAPO. Bloomberg? 9 hours ago. Let's go WAPO. All right. Topics, people. We're doing topics. Hold on a second. Okay, cool. Here we go. Elon Musk acquires Twitter for roughly $44 billion. The company's board and the Tesla CEO hammered out the final details of his $54.20 a share bid. Wow. So it turns out these leftists can be bought pretty cheap, isn't it? Turns out we're protecting the world from Trump, and we're protecting the world from the free speechers. And the Trumpists, turns out, doesn't cost a lot of money. I mean, it is double the price. It's like not worth that much. And this is one of those things where you go like, I love Elon. Don't get me wrong. I love that he's buying it. Is it a good business decision? But I guess you're not doing it for the business decision. You're doing it for he's doing it because he believes in something. And actually, I don't know if it was Vishal was saying that he was with Elon Musk last week. Vishal, actually, our guest yesterday, and we can't say what his last name is, but I think told me that he actually met Elon Musk. But someone else was saying that they were with Elon Musk and Chamat like last week, and they basically said like, oh yeah, Elon. They were asking Elon like, what are you doing? Like, why are you buying this? What's the angle? Like just some Indian guy who's like, it's a scam, dude. It's a scam. What's he buying it for? $44 billion. He's got some tricks up his sleeve. And then he asked him in person, I guess, and Elon Musk was like, no, I really believe in it. And he was just like, what? No, you believe? No, it's a business. Money is for profit. You spend money, make profit. That's it. What's belief? That's kind of what this guy was saying. But let's listen to the article. I thought I would have to read it, but we can all just listen to it. Let's listen.
Elon Musk acquires Twitter for roughly $44 billion. The company's board and the Tesla CEO hammered out the final details of his $54.20 a share bid. News by Douglas McMillan, Faiz Siddiqui, Rachel Ehrman, and Taylor Telford. San Francisco. Elon Musk acquired Twitter for $44 billion on Monday, the company announced, giving the world's richest person command of one of its most influential social media sites, which serves as a platform for political leaders, a sounding board for experts across industries, and an information hub for millions of everyday users. The acquisition followed weeks of evangelizing on the necessity of free speech, as the Tesla CEO seized on Twitter's role as the de facto town square and took umbrage with content moderation efforts he has seen as an escalation towards censorship. He said he sees Twitter as essential to the functioning of democracy, and said the economics are not a concern. Ownership of Twitter gives Musk power over hugely consequential societal and political issues, perhaps most significantly the ban on former President Donald Trump that the website enacted in response to the January 6 riots. Under the terms of the deal, Twitter will become a private company and shareholders will receive $54.20 per share, the company said in a news release. The deal is expected to close this year. Free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated, Musk said in the release. I also want to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the product with new features, making the algorithms open source to increase trust, defeating the spam bots, and authenticating all humans.
This is one of those, I'm with Twitter. I'm with Twitter on this. Leftists, okay, Michael Dimitri, can you cool it? What is this? Leftists are pieces of garbage. Hey, Michael, this is one community, brother. There's no reason to talk about anyone like this. Peace and kindness, Bolt. Very good. That's very good. Hey, we call out everyone here. We call out everyone. So there's no reason for talk like this. Although Twitter is known to be a nonprofit company, so a large company giving it funds makes it so that they don't have to worry about money. I mean, Obey Abby, I think what happened is, look, I don't want to go Michael Dimitri here, but I think what happened is Twitter, like the people running it, they see someone like Elon Musk come in and he makes a power move like this. And I think they just go, okay, you can take. They're like, we got to fight. And then just after 2-3 days, they go, oh, it's too hard. Just let him have it. That's it. It's hard to say no to double the stock price, man. It's like so high for the stock price. It's insane. Let's keep going.
Twitter has tremendous potential. I look forward to working with the company and the community of users to unlock it.
And he's going to kill it. No, I think this is good for the culture, honestly. Is the deal not finalized? I think that's what people are saying in this last hour or maybe 5-10 hours. I think the deal has been made. It's like they gave into the deal. So Twitter sold it. Yeah, that's it. Elon Musk. And it's like okay, let's get to the good shit. Elon Musk buys Twitter. Trump reinstated? What has Elon Musk said he would change about Twitter? Trump says he won't return to Twitter if account reinstated. Shut up, Trump. You're foolish. What does he think? Trump, says he won't. You know why? Because I think Trump, he is too deep in on Truth Social, so he has to just wait like a month, and then I think he's going to do it. This is the exciting shit. Washington, April 25th, Reuters. Former U.S. President Donald Trump said on Monday that he will not return to social media platform Twitter, even if his account is reinstated, following the platform's purchase by millionaire Elon Musk. Trump told Fox News that he will formally join his own Truth Social startup over the next 7 days as planned. Wait a minute, this is today, April 25th? He's already on Truth Social, isn't he? Has he not joined Truth Social yet? That's hilarious. I am not going on Twitter. I'm going to stay on Truth. Well, listen. 5 days ago, the whole board at Twitter, they said, we'll never sell to Elon. We got a poison pill. It's over. Trump, I don't think he has that kind of good integrity either. Trump. By the way, Michael Dimitri, what do you think I bet you think your Trump is a golden boy, don't you, Dimitri? Coming in here saying that leftists are garbage. Watch, have respect. Sure, if they're aggressive and mean and vicious, there is trash everywhere. But don't say Trump isn't. Trump is wild. Trump, I think, will turn in 2 days. I hope Elon buys Twitter because he'll make improvements to it, and he's a good man, but I'm going to be staying on Truth, Trump said. Yeah, well, the great thing about Trump is that he can change his mind like this. And at the end of the day, he just needs it for 2024 election. So it's like, test out Truth. It's not convenient for him. He's got to test out Truth. Truth doesn't work out. What? You're going to stay not talking to people all the time? And that's it. Turbo Chad, what's up, baby? Thanks for coming in. Amish, how are you? Thank you, Turbo Chad. I'm good, man. Thanks for coming in. Got a lot of announcements out today. Did a lot of chit. But yeah, I did all the notes that I wanted to do, and we're just doing an extra topic right now. Actually, is Facebook a profitable company or not? Obey Abby. I think it is profitable specifically because your boy Zuckies is a psycho. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy to do. These tech companies, they're not easy to make them profitable. Even with Twitter, I remember for a while, nobody wanted to be the CEO because they're like, I'll look stupid. I'll never be able to turn this company around. And it's just too hard to figure out what to do with it. And I'd rather not be the CEO of a company like that. So Twitter was one of those ones that nobody wanted to touch. But when you're Zucky and you have that heartbroken hatred, when you have that heartbroken hatred of a Zuck sucks, then you can do the sociopath moves. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think that whole documentary was about. And I think Elon Musk could be the Messiah. You know, Neil, honestly, what is with all the Elon Musk hate? He's so good. He's so great for doing this, man. I think it's so good. What do you guys think? Is this good that Elon Musk did it? I think it's so good for the culture. His intentions sound great. I know it's hard to imagine. Urena Brew, sorry, dude. Oh shit, we are ripping. Where have I been? I'm late. Urena, I just want to do an emergency meeting just for the super fans. I put this at the beginning too. It's like Mondays is going to be super fans only now, and a couple of other announcements that we made. But yeah, here we go. Thanks for coming, man. I appreciate you. Thanks everyone. Thanks everyone for coming. It's been actually quite a lovely sermon. I think Elon is a scammer, high key. Junior Serrano, you say that Elon's a scammer. Well, I don't know, Junior. A lot of people are trying to make this argument, and I want to, me, I want to listen to all the argument. I want to hear all the points, and it's just never that good. Someone called in here even was like, "Oh, I was telling him like the cars are incredible. Like you get in that car, and when you rip the acceleration on the Tesla, oh, dude, I was so horny. I got so horny in that car. It was very excited. It was very exciting. It was a sexy car. It was very well made, very well done. I was so impressed. All the little stuff too, how they put the music in it, you can make farting sound effects. Who's going to do that? GM? Who's going to bring that to the culture? Ford? Farting sound effects built into the car. Who's going to do it? They were never going to do it. And forget about electric. They never want to do electric. He had to execute on it to bring it to market. That's what people don't get. Like people make the argument that like, oh, but he didn't even make Tesla. He bought it from someone. It's like, I get it, but let's have respect for that hustle, that execution ability. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes maybe it is the ability to execute on that such a high level. We just start looking at him like, this guy's a scam. I can't, you know what I mean? You just go like, it's too much. He's like too many steps ahead. Something's going wrong. I don't trust it. You know what I'm saying? Bartzak says, fart sounds built into Twitter now, please. Yes, it should be. Right? Urain. You see what I'm saying, Urain? Dude. And the fact that the Saudis, this is how you should know that he's righteous and on the side of the right people. And the fact that the Saudis came in attacking him. Oh, if Elon, we don't like it. Oh, yeah? You don't like it? Goddamn Saudis. I don't like what they're doing. Talk about a cult. The country's run by like a family cult, basically. And I think it's wrong, and it's backed by the Americans all this time. And look at what they're doing to the Americans, too. Elon Musk is fighting back against the Saudis. Wow, they'd be proud my uncle would be, see, someone have to fight the Musliman. It's honestly, not it's true. But the Saudi prince, the reason why American oil prices are high, they could say it's because we love Ukraine and they say this and that. The big part of it is the Saudi prince is like, fuck you guys, I'm not producing as much, so your price goes up. He does that when he wants. Who's going to let the Saudis know that's no, settle. And Twitter is a big place where they do a lot of their propaganda and their nonsense. So so Elon Musk, say whatever you want. Say whatever. Okay, if you get a car crash, then it's very expensive to fix the car. Okay, fine. What car isn't? But okay, fine. But the Saudis? Who took it to the Saudis, dude? Nobody. Neil says, Amish, Bali? Yeah, I might have to come to Bali. Listen, my summer's pretty jam-packed right now. I have Podfest in Florida in May. And by the way, if people want to come visit in Podfest, they were saying that basically people who have done the show can sign up and get free tickets to Podfest. I have 4 tickets left. Abbas Wahab is coming as a guest. He's on the show, so he's allowed to come. It's official, above board. So Abbas is coming. We're going to be ripping it up over there together. And then I should ask Natasha if she wants to come too. Vishal is anonymous, so he probably wouldn't want to come. But I'll ask some other comics. But I feel like one of y'all should come. If you're in Florida, if you're in Orlando especially, DM me, and we got to figure out how we're going to do. Like, if you want to come to Podfest, just let me know. DM me, and it's I'll tell you the dates again. It's May 26th to 29th. And it's like a bunch of live things. I'm going to open the whole festival with a meditation. With with the loving kindness meditation. I know, I'm very excited. It's basically going to be stand up. But at some point, you will close your eyes and do a meditation. So God is great. That I have. And then I'm in Banff, June 11th to the 16th. May 5th, I'm doing a set at Demi's show, stand-up comedy, downtown Toronto. But yeah, that's it right now. Right now, the main things that y'all need to be focused about is every Sunday is going to be Spiritual Sundays. That this week coming up, we're doing one more ghost stories. But after that, we're going to do a harder focus on cult rehab. cult scam rehab, but also public forgiveness. So people can call in and I'll forgive you for stuff. So that's going to be probably the week after that. So look out for that schedule. Demi's coming in on Thursdays. So it's basically the schedule is going to be Sundays and Thursdays. Sundays is going to be spiritual Sundays, cult rehab, ghost stories, public forgiveness, oracle readings. God is great. Thursdays is going to be my regular weekly guest, like a comic, having a guest on. We talk, we chit chat, whatever. You're going to see a boss come in this week. Demi's coming in. Absolute killer comic. You're going to love her. And then Fridays, not this Friday, next Friday, my friend Austin Summers is going to come in. Incredible men's dating coach. Very charming, very sexy, very beautiful. Once he starts talking, you're going to be like, I don't know what it is. I want to bang this guy. Why? Because he's a professional. He was a pickup artist, but I told him, like, you got to go men's dating coach. Like Mark Rockwell or whatever his name. Like, there's a bunch of guys who crossed over. He's crossing over. So he's going to be on next week. So a lot of exciting episodes coming up here at the Digital Ashram. It is a church of loving kindness. It cannot exist without your love and support. Thank you all for coming. You are appreciated. I'm just going to play our graphics to as we go out. And thanks everyone for coming. You are loved. Start the week off sexy. Get sexy with it. Get funky with this music. Get sexy with the whole week. Bring that energy into the week. High vibration. Limitless Co. It sounds like you're bringing in some topics right now. Send those to me on Instagram. My thing is @FadeToBrown. I'm going to edit this one so it's on here. Yeah, dude. Hit the like button. Let the algorithm know that you love YouTube. You love the algorithm. And I'll see you on Thursday with our guest, Demi. Great comic from Toronto. She calls herself Demi from the block on Instagram. And you'll see it. I'll post about it later today, but it's going to be Thursday at 2 o'clock this week. Thanks for coming in. You are loved. God is great. Peace! Yeah. Let's look at the comments. Look at that. Natasha Razor is here. Elbow cup, elbow cup, elbow cup. Oh, you mean like dabs? Natasha Razor doing dab. Right. Have a good week, y'all. Have a high vibration week. Rock the Alchemist for a live show. It is a live show. Lincoln, glad you're continuing the drip. Thank you. Because there's some people in the culture that, haven't been very that friendly about it. Jacoby Napper says, one love congregation. Have a great week. Yes, have a great week. Make sure you start the week off right. Space Chimps, the Church of Trump. God is great. Rock the Alchemist. Where can I connect with you also with a great coach? DM me on my Instagram @FadeToBrown, and I'll post that link in a second. Right, good vibes. Yes, very high vibration. Extremely high vibration. I have a vibration detector. God is great. Deep diction. Deep diction, bro. I'm going to leave that one up. Bulls, thanks for coming. Limitless Coach, thanks for coming. Brock, Fry, Neil, of course. Day Abby, Michael Dimitri, Neil, Mash Z. What do we got? We got Jordan Dunn is here. Jordan, thanks for coming with me. You're loved. Bird's back. Here, you are loved. Fern is here. Fern is here, and Fern said, hell yeah, second base. Fern, I know you understand what we go through in the community. Luke Sam. Damn you, Sam. Okay. Because I touched the movie. God is great. Joe Boy is here. Thank you for coming. Clayton Reed, thank you for coming. David Locke, thank you for coming. God is great. Clayton Reed, thank you for coming. Neil is here. Schwa is here. The Drip is here. And that's it. Yeah, it's good hustle music. That's it. Let the Dow come in you. Let the high vibration come in you. And go into the